I was throwing a ball for my dog at the park when some random woman attacked me and claimed I stole her dog. I got my dog Rocky 3 years ago for my 16th birthday. My parents were going through this messy divorce, and I think they felt guilty about all the fighting, so they let me pick out a golden retriever puppy from the shelter. Rocky became my best friend almost immediately. High school was hard for everyone, but coming home to my parents fighting and screaming every night was almost unbearable. Coming home to Rocky, who was actually excited to see me every day, made everything easier. We had this routine where every Saturday morning at 9, we'd hit the dog park for at least an hour. Rocky would chase his tennis ball until his tongue was hanging out, and I'd just sit there watching him be happy. It was our thing. That particular Saturday started like any other. Beautiful weather, empty park, just me and my best friend doing what we always did. I threw the ball across the park, and Rocky took off sprinting after it. That's when this woman came out of nowhere, full-on sprinting towards us. She was like 40, wearing yoga pants and a jacket, and she was shrieking from across the park. "That's my dog! That's my dog!" She screamed like a crazy person. Rocky dropped the ball and looked at her confused. I stood up from the bench. "Excuse me? This is my dog." She didn't even slow down. She ran right past me and tried to grab Rocky's collar, but he backed away from her because he had no idea who she was. When I stepped forward to block her, she shoved me hard in the chest with both hands. I stumbled backwards and almost fell. "Get away from Biscuit," she screamed at me. "Come here, come to mommy," she said to Rocky, which was absolutely insane. "His name is Rocky and he's mine," I said, my heart starting to pound. "I've had him since he was a puppy." "You're a liar and a thief," she screamed, loud enough that people from across the park started looking over. "Biscuit was stolen from my yard 2 weeks ago. I know my dog." 2 other dog owners started walking towards us. Rocky came and sat right next to me, leaning against my leg like he always did when he was nervous. "Look, lady, I don't know what's going on, but this isn't your dog," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. She pulled out her phone. "I'm calling the police right now. You stole my baby." "Go ahead and call them," I said, even though my stomach was twisting. "This is literally my dog." She was already talking to the dispatcher. "Yes, I found the person who stole my dog. I'm at the dog park. Please send someone immediately. He's refusing to give Biscuit back." "I did not steal anyone's dog," I said, my voice getting louder. "I've had Rocky for 3 years." "Liar," she shrieked. "I have photos. I have vet records. I have everything. You took Biscuit right out of my front yard." More people were gathering now, forming this circle around us. Some of them were looking at me like I was a criminal. Rocky pressed closer against my leg, and I put my hand on his head. "The police are on their way," the woman said, crossing her arms. "And when they get here, you're going to jail, and I'm taking my dog home." "Fine, let's wait for the cops then." 2 police officers showed up within 10 minutes, and the woman immediately started sobbing and pointing at me. "Officer, thank God you're here. This kid stole my dog Biscuit 2 weeks ago. Arrest this thief." The younger officer looked between us, while the older one pulled out a notepad. "All right, let's calm down and figure this out. Son, is this your dog?" "Yes, sir. His name is Rocky, and I've had him for 3 years," I said, trying not to sound as terrified as I felt. "My vet can confirm everything." "He's lying," the woman screamed. "That's Biscuit. I raised her from a puppy." The older officer held up his hand. "Hold on, ma'am. Did you just say her? You said you raised her from a puppy." The woman wiped her eyes. "Yes, Biscuit is my girl, my baby girl." The officer looked down at Rocky, then looked at me. "Son, is your dog male or female?" "Rocky's a boy," I said. "He's always been a boy." The officer bent down and looked at Rocky's underside. "Ma'am, this dog is very clearly male. You can see that from here." The woman's face went completely white. She bent down and looked at Rocky, really looked at him. Her mouth opened and closed like a fish. "But he looks exactly like Biscuit," she whispered. "Golden retrievers tend to look similar," the younger officer said, and I could tell he was trying not to laugh. The woman's face turned bright red. "I'm so sorry," she said to me, but she couldn't even look at me. "I just miss Biscuit so much, and I thought." "You thought wrong," the older officer said. "Let's talk over here."